Facts First presents. These people have no one to blame but themselves. Many people love tattoos. Some people get a tattoo in memory of a person they lost. Some get tattoos that have a special meaning to them. Finally, some people get a tattoo just because they want one. These people find their tattoos are either a great idea or the biggest mistake of their lives. Well, here are some big tattoo mistakes. And these people really have no one to blame but themselves. Before we get into our video, jump down to the comments and describe the worst tattoo you've ever seen. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. A face full of stars. This girl took a huge risk getting this tattoo, and it did not pay off. From far away, the tattoos look like a large birthmark on only one side of her face. Up close, though, you can tell they're stars. That doesn't help her cause any, though. How does she expect to get a good job looking like this? And worst of all, there's no way to cover this up. The only remedy would be tattoo removal, and that would be painful. An avocado. Millennials have made the avocado popular for more than just guacamole. Today they eat avocados on their own or on toast. This person took their love of avocados a bit too far and had one tattooed on their armpit. While avocados are great for breakfast or a snack, I don't think they work all that well for a tattoo. What do you think? A McDonald's receipt. Stian Yetterdal from Norway, he wanted to get a tattoo, so he decided to have his McDonald's receipt tattooed on his arm. Okay, makes you wonder where he came up with the idea. Maybe he panicked while the tattoo artist was waiting and he just checked his pockets and gave the tattoo artist the first thing he pulled out? All he had was a McDonald's receipt, I guess, so that's what he chose. I mean, really, there's no other explanation. How can a McDonald's receipt have personal meaning for anybody? Oh, Marilyn. Marilyn Monroe's face is a common tattoo. I mean, yeah, she was gorgeous, elegant. People still love her today. This Marilyn Monroe tattoo was a colossal fail. Something went horribly wrong. She looks like a decaying corpse. Even her teeth look rotted. Aaron Carter's massive Medusa tattoo. Aaron Carter's been in the news quite a bit thanks to his substance abuse problems and his very public feud with his older brother Nick. In September 2019, he debuted a massive tattoo on his face. He posted a picture of the tattoo with the caption that read, "I'm the biggest thing in music right now. I can't be denied." Well, the post shows how clueless he really is. First, nothing about a face tattoo is cool. And second, he is far from the greatest thing in music. This poor kid should just get off drugs. A baby on his face? This tattoo's just awful. Many people get their child's faces tattooed on them, but they don't usually put a face on their face. The final result makes him look like a creepy two-headed monster. The fact that the baby's hair extends to his earlobe makes it even more ridiculous. Green Day. Many people will tattoo the name of their favorite music group onto their bodies, but they don't usually tattoo each band member. This guy had a complete back tattoo done of the whole band. Looks like it was drawn by a 4-year-old. What's worse is that if the band's name is not placed in the tramp stamp area, you'd never know who it is. The guy in the middle looks kind of like Dwight Schrute from The Office. The guy on the left looks like Garth from Supernatural. And is the guy on the right, is that Brad Pitt or Luke Skywalker? This is just wrong. White power? The words white power and a swastika are never a good idea for a tattoo or anything else for that matter. He's never going to wear short sleeves ever again. Drake. Okay, yeah, Drake is a great singer. That can't be denied. However, having Drake tattooed on your forehead is a bit too much. Even Drake thought it was a bit too much. When he saw this photo online, he commented something along the lines of, "Oh, sweetie, no, what were you thinking?" Getting a good job is not in this girl's future, and when Drake eventually retires, nobody's even going to know what the tattoo means. Awful all the way around. Computer instructions. Most people will keep a sticky note by their computer, just in case they forget how to turn the machine on or how to restart it or maybe a password that you want to remember. This man must have been worried that he'd lose the sticky note, so he just had the instructions tattooed on his arm. Maybe he had a test in computer lab and he wasn't sure if he'd pass. So why not just tattoo the answers on your arm? Great idea. It's all wrong. There are so many things wrong with this tattoo. First, this is not the definition of the word courage. Second, the word courage is spelled incorrectly. Third, if you're going to show off this tattoo, you need to shave those hairy armpits first. Fortunately, a good tattoo artist could successfully cover this up. But then again, you got this tattoo, so you probably don't have the common sense to go out and find a good tattoo artist. Going too far. Face tattoos are never a good idea, and covering your entire face, that's a horrible idea. This man had a checkerboard tattooed to his whole face, including his eyelids. You can only hope that he's already in a committed relationship, because no woman's going to date him willingly now. Hopefully he can find a job working from home. A concert list. Going to see your favorite band in concert's exciting, but there's really no need to tattoo each time you've seen them on your body. This person tattooed the group and the year of the show, and that's just weird. I mean, why don't you include the opening acts too while you're at it? The fact that there's a Jesus fish on top, it's also kind of strange. Is he thanking Jesus for getting him into these concerts, or is this an entirely different and equally peculiar tattoo? That's not the name of the song. Bon Jovi's It's My Life is a pretty good song. This person thought so, but sadly they got the name wrong. Rather than It's My Life, they have It's Is My Life. So in other words, they're saying It is my life tattooed on their arm. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. Jeb for Prez. Some people really get into their politics. In 2016, Jeb Bush was running for president, and this man really wanted him to win, apparently. Rather than wearing a t-shirt, a button, or carrying a sign, he had Jeb for Prez tattooed under his neck. Now, had Jeb won, it might not have been quite so bad, but he didn't, and this tattoo is horrible. Oh, come on, let's face it, it would have been horrible either way. Family tradition? Most families have traditions, but people don't feel the need to have that fact tattooed on their faces. So what is the family tradition? Mustaches? Mustaches that read family tradition? In any case, this is a really stupid tattoo. Fortunately, he could grow a mustache and cover it up. A cool hot dog. Getting a Happy Days tattoo is kind of strange, but hey, I mean, if you're a big fan of the TV show, okay, I guess so. Well, things are weird, though, when you turn Fonz's head into a hot dog. As if that's not strange enough, the phrase, guilty of being delicious, that makes the tattoo even weirder. A meat tramp stamp. Tramp stamps are pretty common tattoos for women. Also, many women love meat. Well, when you combine a tramp stamp and a love of meat, it just gets bizarre. This girl had ham, sausage links, steak, and chicken legs tattooed on her body. Looks like a 5-year-old drew it, too. At least the word meat was spelled correctly. A cyclist. Many people get tattoos to signify a passion or a hobby that they have. If a person is a cyclist, there's nothing wrong with getting a bike tattoo, I guess. The idea here was a good one. It's the execution that was off. Looks like the person's 9-year-old brother bought a tattoo gun from Amazon and did the tattoo themselves. Incorporating body parts. The man in this photo decided to incorporate his nipple into a tattoo. He had a bull tattooed around his nipple and he used his piercing to make the bull's septum look pierced. Very strange, but hey, I guess in a weird way it kind of works. Red high-top Converse. Many people have one type of sneaker that's their all-time favorite. And while it's fine to wear those sneakers all the time, there's really no need to have one tattooed on your foot. What happens if these sneakers go out of style? And what about your other foot? It's so bad she scared her baby. This new mom couldn't look happier or more ridiculous. She has this huge circle tattooed around her eye, and her baby does not look too pleased about it. She must be wishing she was born to a more intelligent woman. Proud to be an Australian. This man is proud to be from Australia, but he did go a bit too far. The stars all over his chests are all wrong, and the kangaroo wearing boxing gloves, it just adds to the insanity about this tattoo. You should never remove his shirt in public, ever again. A questionable tattoo. There are a couple of things wrong with this one. First, the subject of the tattoo. Is he disabled or making fun of people who are? Also, why incorporate a nipple into the wheelchair? I've never seen a wheelchair with a nipple in the middle, have you? Makes you wonder what was going through this guy's head when he chose this as his tattoo. What is this? This looks like something from a nightmare. Is this Britney Spears after she had her meltdown? Is it a deceased relative that just resembles Britney in the meltdown? Either way, this is frightening. Misspelled. Isn't this a Snickers commercial? The hungry tattoo artist tattoos "No regrets" on a biker's arm, and then he's really angry about it. Then he has a Snickers bar and realizes that he'd made a spelling mistake. Well, this tattoo is real, and the tattoo artist actually did spell it wrong. Sadly, it isn't fake like the Snickers commercial. This person really does have plenty of regrets. Nobody should love the Ninja Turtles this much. Okay, Ninja Turtles are cool, alright? They can even make for a good tattoo if you do it right, but the right place is on the arm, the leg, maybe even your buttocks if you really want to go wild. Getting a Ninja Turtle tattooed on your nose, that is the biggest mistake in the world. Why didn't the tattoo artist talk him out of this, or just outright refuse to do it? Oh my! Words just can't explain how horrible this tattoo is. You should never cover your entire face, lips included, with tattoos. What's worse is that the guy had his eye pierced closed. What made him think that any of this would look good? His tattoo artist really should have spoken up before doing this. Oh, Grandpa. Most grandfathers are cute, sweet little old men. This grandfather is far from cute or adorable. He proves the point that you gotta think about what your tattoo is gonna look like in 50 years. He wasn't planning for the future, and now he literally scares his grandchildren. He loves ice cream. Many people love ice cream, but most people don't feel the need to tattoo an ice cream cone on their faces. Also, everybody knows that ice cream is cold, so you don't really need the tattoo to say "brrr" on the cone. I have BO, and I'm proud. Many people know that body odor, also known as BO, smells a bit like steamed onions. This woman's experienced that type of BO, obviously, so she decided to have an onion tattooed on her armpits. It makes zero sense, and it's pretty gross. Squeeze those nipples. Can you imagine anything more painful than having a lobster clamp down on your nipple? This man didn't want to experience it, but he did want the image on his body. It's a pretty strange idea if you think about it, but at last the tattoo artist drew a realistic-looking lobster. So congratulations, I guess. Subscribe for more.